The gospel in the mind is really rooted in an observation and a question. The observation is wherever the cross is planted, the academy follows. The question is simply why. What is it about the gospel going into a culture, people coming to Christ, and the emergence of intellectual inquiry, the desire to know, the desire to read, and the flourishing of the intellectual life? Along with that is there was a hunch I had that if it's the case that where the gospel goes, the academy follows, then might it be the case that when the gospel ceases to lay hold of a culture, or when a culture is becoming less gospelish or secularized, is there then a confusion about the intellectual life? So the thesis of the book is really twofold. Where the cross goes, the academy follows. And when the cross leaves, or when the gospel becomes less central to a culture, do you begin to have more confusion about the intellectual life? So as I worked through that thesis, then what I try to argue in the book is that it is the Christian faith, we might say a Christian understanding of the world, or simply the fact that we live in this kind of world made by this kind of God who governs his world, that makes understanding or the intellectual life possible. We are God's creatures living in God's world, and we live and we think on God's terms.